every year the NFL draft come around, even the NBA draft, you got a lot of black women, you know, asking why, or you see the NFL players, the brothers, the blacks, being with Becky, right? You know, maybe Maria, you know, and not why they not with black women, right? And check out the music entertainment playlist, the Real 101 playlist. If you like more videos like this but hardcore, I decided to leave the Free Game 89 channel up. I commit to a video, a very friendly video like this a week. But check out the Patreon, man. I got hardcore stuff on there on the Patreon about topics like this. Trust me. Check out Free Game 89 channel, FR33 Game 89. It's in the link tree. It's in the description. You know, but check out the Patreon is way better than that because I can say what I want to say on there. So remember that the Patreon is way better than that, by the way. Okay, so check that out. You're free 7 days right now on the Patreon, but it's way better than that, right? And I got a bunch of videos lined up, man. So check that out. So an NFL playlist, I guess. So you know they talking about why they got with them. One of the reasons why a lot of these guys go to predominantly white institutions, they call them PWIs. So it's more for them to be the most educated. It's more of them, or more Becky's there than the sisters, right? That's just common sense. But also, they are raised to be submissive women. They are raised to be supportive. Now, are some of them feminists in disguise? Absolutely. They wait for these guys to retire, then they go for the gusto. And I got a video on Patreon I got to cook up that it's going to come at some point, pause, about how, you know, black women play the short game as far as finances, right? You know, $40, car note, rent, $100 for the box, whatever. They play the short game. Why, you know, especially white women who taught a lot of them, the feminists and stuff, they get their feminist points from, they gassed them up, told them you don't need no man, but they had a husband. They play the long game, 401ks, pensions. They strike when the iron right. You know, when he had his peak earning potential, then they split and go back to the streets and then be miserable when that money gone because they spend money like water running out the faucet. So they play the long game. Black women play the short game because they can't get married. And the ones that do get married, they don't stay. They leave because they get bored. You know, that's what irreconcilable differences mean when a woman leaves. She bored. So when she bored, then she starts snooping around, seeing if you cheat, knowing she ain't gave you the box in months, and then she cheat. While these, you know, Becky's and Millies and stuff, you know, they sit there and they do whatever they want. They do these guys' laundry. Even if they go on a break, they still do their laundry. Now they washing their feet, they doing their face. You know what I'm saying? They letting them get their daddy's credit card. You know, when they want the box, they giving it on demand. They letting them run past the red lights. They get out of practice, they doing, you know, the top of Rooney. You know what I'm saying? They doing everything. When they get in bed, a lot of them not being lazy. They being acrobats. You know, they say about the sisters, you know, they just lay there. They doing acrobats. Oh, you want a menage a trois? Let's make it happen. I'm gonna tell my friend, come over here and do a menage a trois. They doing everything to get them. And guys remember that. Like, oh man, I didn't have money for, you know, food or a pack of rummy noodles. She came in, took me to Benihana's. They do things. They understand. They were raised to be wives. They was raised to capture men. You know, it's kind of like Pokemon trainers. They was raised, you know, they was trained to go out there and catch them all. That's how they train. To play to a guy's ego. You know what's so funny? A lot of black women end up figuring this out. You wanna know what's funny? They end up figuring this part of the game out when they 35, 40 and up. You know, the difference is, you know, Becky played a long game. They get the ring, they stay in a divorce long enough, and everything going straight, you know, they'll stay there. He ain't complaining, they'll stay there, you know, and be cool. But, you know, if it ain't going right and they got the itch to go back to the streets, they'll wait, know the marriage laws, it's a business, take all this money, you know, and then go back to the streets. You know, and then they go back to the streets and they took more of the money. Meanwhile, black women, they don't even, they think, oh, slavery to bring a man to play. It's slavery to play to his ego. It's slavery to big him up. It's, you know, them type of women, Becky played to a man's ego. They stroke the ego. Oh, man, it was a good game out there. Oh, man, you tore it down tonight in the bedroom. Oh, you so fine. I'm glad to have you. I mean, you hungry? You know what I'm saying? Let me go cook whatever you want. You don't want me to cook? Want me to go get it? Or you want to go to IHOP? It's on me. Oh, babe, look at your toenails. We need to get them. Matter of fact, we ain't got to go to Ling Ling. I'm gonna do your toenails yourself. Lady, get up, get in the, when you're ready, get on the couch. And when you're ready, I'm gonna do your toenails. I'm gonna wash your feet and make sure you're good. They do stuff like that. You know how women say, oh man, God, we need, affirmation that God's telling us we beautiful and we're pretty and all that. You supposed to do that for your husband and your boyfriend too. Like, not just after you get a haircut. Damn, babe, last time a lot of y'all black women told y'all, man, you appreciate to have them. Only black women that say that on a regular basis is when you give them some money, or that, you do something they ask you to do, or it's involving their kids. Becky ain't bringing a lot of kids. Becky's just getting them guys. They're not bringing no kids to the table. They're not bringing no trauma bondage to the table. They family got real resources too. They got businesses and cars and, you know what I'm saying? They're groomed to get a husband. They see how I feel for touch and feel. And of course, they come with some of their female traits. It's going to come with it. Some of the negative female traits or some of the negatives, whatever you want to call it. But, with black women, y'all argumentative, y'all combative, y'all masculine, y'all want to fight with dudes, y'all don't know how to talk to people. Y'all want to yell and scream, and you tell, this is why guys just leave relationships or don't say nothing and just get caught cheap. You can't critique them. You can't be like, you know what? I don't like that hairstyle. You be like, I don't like that hairstyle or whatever. All right? You be like, I don't like it. And then, she get an attitude and now the day messed up. And then the thing about it is, everything will be going good 3 months down the line. Then you be like, well, I don't like that hairstyle, right? You be like, I don't like it. Then she'll bring it up out the blue 3 months down the line and be like, why you didn't like my hairstyle? You think I'm ugly? You think I'm not pretty? And then, come on, man, that's what they do. You be the happiest moment, and black women want to bring bullshit to the table. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you happy. So a lot of them guys already know they bad for business. Look at Deion Sanders' first wife. And like, how she was acting. Like, dude, I'm not putting up with that. And a lot of dudes had trauma from their mothers with that. And their mothers didn't know how to speak to them. Their mothers was cussing people out and going off, was angry, couldn't submit to a man or couldn't be nice to a dude and always cussing somebody else out when they didn't do what they said they wanted them to do. Don't nobody want to deal with that shit. You grew up 18, 20 years with that. Y'all wonder why the black mother sitting there and the white woman sitting there. He found out, woo, shit, Becky is nice. I go to their family get-togethers. They might have craisins in a potato salad, but they cool. They got a culture. They got a family. Everybody nice. They got resources. When people marry in their family, they give a large amount of money so them to go put a down payment on the house. When I needed something, she was there. Black women, you ain't got nothing. They trying to take half of what you ain't already got. You like, this is my last pack of noodles in the dorm room. Let me get half. Instead of let me pour into you. They don't pour into brothers. Even though some people say, well, Becky, it's a facade. They really don't like you. Look, I tell you this, bro. You look at the internet, man. It's been like this, right? The internet just shine light on it. A lot of, black women, they look at us as competition. They look at us as the enemy. It's different when you walking down the street real quick and a white woman lock her doors. You in a nice neighborhood, or Maria lock her doors, or Hector lock his door, right? As a black man. But when it's to the point where we walking down the street and our own sisters, well, they ain't even our sisters, our own black women, they look at us like the enemy, right? They put their head down. They give us nasty looks. They just not friendly at all. I remember I told this story. I was, coming to the gym on a Friday. I held the door open. The girl went through the other door. Black lady went through the other door. It's to the point where you hear black men say, and they've told me this. They walking on one side of the street, and a sister coming, a Keisha coming, a black woman coming. They just cross the street and go to the other side. They're not inviting. They're not friendly. They're combative. Only time they're nice when you get to know them. Most of them. I'm not saying all of them. Most of them ain't nice. And the only ones that's nice are the desperate ones. The ones with, or that try to act nice and have friendly and be thankful, are the ones with baby mamas and the baby mamas and the older women. And that's just a facade. So like I tell a lot of brothers, man, you know, a lot of sisters. That's why. And black women not trying to change their attitude. They not trying. They don't change the relationships. Trust me. When you see the true colors, they don't change. That's who they are. They become more and more and more what they are. It says a dog get older, you become meaner and meaner and meaner when you get old. They don't change. And they're not trying to change. No matter how many times we say, well, this the problem, this the issue. They're not trying to change. They're not going to change. A baby not going to change it. A ring not going to change it. Only thing that's going to change is they continue not to get married. Only thing they're going to change. That's why they say, I'm happy to be a baby mama forever. A wife is temporary. They're happy because they can't be, they know they're not qualified to be wives. Like 95.6% of them are not qualified to be wives. That's relatively low too. Becky and Maria, they qualified. They know how to be wives. Even if they can't cook, like, I like Maria's cook, like, they're going to go find out how. Black woman, you take it how you going to take it. I ain't take this is how my mama cooked it. It's like, it's an argument. But hey, just want to spread that light. Check out the NFL playlist, music entertainment playlist, the Real 101 playlist. I got really, really good talks on Free Game 89. Check out the Patreon Free Game 89 tier as well too. I got crack on there, like straight fire. Trust and believe me. But check out the Free Game 89 link. Links in the description. Links also in the link tree. Find me on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Hit the link tree. Peace.